This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so as we are talking about the P2P baseline configuration, let us get started and understand what are the steps involved in a baseline configuration, and we'll list the steps along with the transaction code what is required. No need to hurry and jump into configuration right away, but you can understand what are the steps involved in it. And also I list major differences between ECC versus S4HANA, as there is a slight difference here in this accounts payable process. We'll list out all the steps, and I'll also show you the difference between ECC and S4HANA whenever you wanted to configure P2P baseline particularly. Okay, that's a main topic for today. And along with that, I just wanted to give you some idea about how support projects works. And from support projects, I'll pick one ticket where FI consultants will commonly face this issue, where your business users will keep on raising tickets with one or the other reason, out of which there is a one very common reason where we see a lot of times. Very simple to understand. Whenever you put your clear thought and the process flow, otherwise you might get confused or lost. So pay a clear attention on the steps that I'm going to explain about this. Okay, so I'll show you one of the process, issue what users are facing whenever they raise a ticket, how you are going to solve that as well. As a part of our FICO journey, we should be familiar with how to solve common issues or any extraordinary issues or something new issues as well. For us to solve any issue, we should have a basic understanding right first. If you don't understand your concepts basically, then it will become very much difficult for you to solve any issue. It's not about learning the configuration, how to do the configuration into the system. If you are doing the configuration even by looking into any particular documentation or not looking into the documentation also, that is not going to help you to sustain as a FICO consultant. Along with the configuration, the basic configuration or end-to-end configuration, you should also understand what is standard functionality of the system. Whenever we say standard functionality, how system is behaving for any configuration or a settings that we are doing in a system. When I do something, how system behaves. When I don't do it, how it behaves. As a part of that, there will be a lot of errors we do see in a production system, that may be genuine reasons or there may not be genuine reasons, or there are some technical issues or some are business requirement, but still they were not assessed properly during initial phases, during your BBP phase, and if we didn't document properly, that's where we might have missed certain things. That is where we need to make sure now we maintain those things. Any such things will are going to happen as change request. Also certain things you need to understand, what is change request, what is service request. There is a fine difference between service request and change request. Okay, we'll understand one by one in detail. So now let's look into one of those tickets and also see how we'll do the baseline configuration for accounts payable. As part of that, so I have grabbed one error message here. For now, just pay attention to this error message and read what it is. Then I'll help you to configure the system for this issue, and we'll create this scenario in system and understand how exactly this works and how to fix this also. When you look into the error message, it says exchange rate difference accounts are incomplete for account number so and so currency USD, and this is the message number, which is a standard number. Always you get it. And this is the diagnosis. It's saying from where the error is coming up, what is the system response for it, and what is the procedure for you to correct it. This has been given. The moment you click on this proceed, it will directly takes you to the configuration. You will simply go there and make necessary configurations. But even before click on a proceed, you need to understand why you need to do it. What are the things that need to enter there? If you enter that, what will happen? That you should be well aware in a first hand. Only then you will be able to proceed. For that, so if you recollect, in a previous class, we were talking about foreign currency valuation entries that we posted. Whenever you have other than company code currency, other than one currency you are posting any document, you will see foreign currency fluctuations depending on a date when you are posting. Let's say you are posting today and you are clearing today, there will not be any difference. You posted 1 week ago that invoice and you are trying to clear today. The 1 week ago foreign exchange rate INR versus USD was different, and today it might be different. Whenever there is a difference in that foreign currency exchange, there will be a difference amount in one of the currencies. May not be in both the currencies, only in one currency. In that case, how system will post the difference amount? That's what we need to understand. This part of are regular postings. Any company who is doing their business cross border, whenever we are looking into MNCs who are doing business, right? Those people only will be able to afford for ERPs like SAP. Whenever companies are implementing SAP, which means they already have operations across the globe as well. Whenever they have a cross border transaction, high chances that they will be dealing with a foreign vendors or a foreign customers, right? Whenever they have this foreign customer and vendor, obviously they need to deal with other than local currency. Let's say we are from India and our company, our base company is in India, and we have our customers and vendors outside India as well. Whenever we have that, regularly you will be doing these transactions. So whenever you do these kind of transactions, you will have an invoice and you need to settle that invoice. Either you make a payment to your vendor or you receive again from your customers. Both the things will happen every day. For that, we need to make a system ready to accept those differences to be recorded somewhere. So let us get into that example and ask you a couple of questions to understand this, right? Whenever we say a difference, let us enter invoice first. Let me record invoice. Whenever I wanted to record an invoice today, so let's say, let me enter purchases, or let me say that as a rent, which I wanted to make a payment to my vendor. Rent account debit. Usually, if I wanted to make, if I am making today, I'll make it as a cash credit. This is what journal entry we do it. So let's say that you are posting as 1,000 rupees, and consider same 1,000 rupees you are creating as well. Okay. This is one-time settlement whenever you are doing it. What if during the month end you are not paying, you are raising an accrual? Or let's say that you have entered invoice beginning of the month and you wanted to clear this invoice later. Anything can possible, either rent expenses or vendor liabilities or any other liability that you wanted to clear. Rent, whenever you are not making a payment during the month end, but you end up paying next month first. Let's say we are in a December 2nd. For a November month, you would be generally paying a rent today, yesterday or today, or maybe before 5th. This is what our vendors also expect. Pay me rent every month before 5th for previous month. If you are paying late payment or postpaid method or any method, right? So you need to make in a next month for a prior month, right? So in that case, the whatever the services that we enjoyed in last month and we are paying a rent now in December, that is going to become a liability for us now. The liability we are clearing in December month. For us to understand this liability, first you need to enter this in November month books as a liability first place to make sure November month books are updated. You need to enter this as a liability. Whenever we wanted to enter this as a liability, what is the accounting entry that will make it? Let's consider that 1st of December you are posting it, and what is the journal entry that will post it? Rent to debit 1,000 rupees, and you will say rent outstanding credit. You are not making payment today, but you will make later. This is what you are entering. So as you are entering a liability, this will become a liability now to you. Whenever you are creating a liability, is this liability part of your balance sheet or a P&L account? Is it a
balance sheet?
Balance sheet, right? So it will come, liability comes under your balance sheet. Rent, is it a balance sheet or a profit and loss account?
Profit and loss account.
Profit and loss, right? Rent is an expense. All expenses goes under your profit and loss account. This is a core accounting concept, right? So everything whatever we are learning is based on your core accounting concepts. Nothing new. Okay, only new things we are going to learn is SAP technology on top of basic accounting. Okay, if you are very much clear about this, there will not be any confusion whenever you are doing any configuration part. That's the reason I was very vocal from the beginning. You need to be strong about basics. You need to be very much familiar about basics. Okay, so spend enough time as and when we are progressing the classes. Every day you spend little time about understanding basics also. Okay, now let's say that this is the 1st of December. You made entry as a liability entry. Now let me put this here. Okay, so then what happens? So today, which is the 2nd December, today I wanted to clear this liability, whatever we posted, or okay, I wanted to make this payment today. So what should be the entry that I supposed to make? Can anybody help me? So you need to first to make a payment. So you certainly you'll credit your cash or a bank credit, because as per accounting principle, whatever going out, you credit what goes out, debit what comes in. So your cash is going out, you credit, and what account should I debit? Your out liability, whatever you have it, you need to clear this liability now. So now take this rent outstanding as a debit. This is your core basic journal entry. Now come back to this and understand, is rent is again same liability, your balance sheet account, and cash and bank is also like it's a cash which is an asset, part of your balance sheet. Clear? Any confusion in this? Journal entry, is it clear? Anybody has any confusion in this journal entry? When we are clear on this, then I'll add some finer details on top of this. Okay, now this is the journal entry, and say on the 1st of December I wanted to know what is the exchange rate INR versus dollar. Okay, the same thing we'll check on 2nd December also. Based on that, we are going to confirm what is going to be the difference in my final clearing. Let's say you are making entry that you're supposed to pay 1,000 rupees as a rent to your landlord or whoever. You just need to pay 1,000 rupees. These are on consider in rupees, and where your group reporting you are doing in dollars. Group currency is a dollar. So whenever you are converting this to group currency, there will be certain differences if there is any difference in exchange rate. That's what I'm going to show you now. So is my SAP visible? No, right? So let me reshare my screen so that we can see. Is SAP screen visible now? Can someone confirm me if you can see the SAP screen?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay. To see the exchange rate table, what is the T code that we use it?
OB08, sir.
OB08. And what is the other place where you can check other than OB08? OB08 is a big table. It will be little confusing. I just wanted to check only one pair, INR versus dollar. Is there any other place I can check? Anybody remember?
EWCT.
Perfect.
Transaction code.
EWCT. EWCT will help you to see the new currency pair. So what is the currency pair that I want to check from INR to USD? This is what I wanted to check. Enter. And it says source currency is INR, target currency is USD. So I'll say that 1,000 rupees is what I'm going to enter. As on which date? On 1st of December. Let me change this. 1st of December. When I enter 1st of December 2024, whatever has been updated in OB08, this table EWCT is going to fetch from OB08 and display here. What is the exchange rate for between these two on this date? Simple. So let me press enter, and exchange rate type is M here. So this is what we are going to do. So press enter. It says 84 rupees per dollar. So let me update that here. As on 1st December, it says 84 rupees per dollar. Agree? So now when I convert this 1,000 rupees, it becomes $11.9. Okay, let me enter that also here in brackets, 11.90. Okay, now that will become credit also same, right? Will it get changed for a credit amount 11.9 to something else, or will it remain the same? It will remain same. So I'm not putting in a credit because we know that debit and credit always equals. Okay. Now on 2nd December, let me check what is the exchange rate. If there is any change, we'll get to know. So on 2nd December, what happened today? It has gone up to 85 rupees per dollar. So let me update that as 85. So whenever I have my liability for 1,000 rupees, which is $11.9, and if I'm clearing today, which has gone up to 85, will my dollar remain same or will it get changed when I convert this 1,000 rupees with this conversion rate?
It will change.
It will change, right? 1,000 divided by 85, what will be it? 11.76. And here, let me also convert 1,000 divided by the exchange rate is 84. Let me go with 84. It says 11.9 and here it says 11.76. Is there any difference or both are same? Is there any difference?
14
Both are same.
cents difference, sir.
There is a
14
difference
cents.
of 14 cents.
Yes, sir.
Agree? The 14 cents system, though it might be a negligible in our point of view, but system will not accept this, though it's a minor difference. Though rounding off, if you do a rounding off, both are like 11.9, it may go up to $12 and $12, right? So let me do that rounding here. Remove these decimals. It has become 12. When you look into a round up, it just says simply 12 and 12. There is no difference when you look into 12 and 12. But if you look into very precisely, this is how your system is going to take it 2 decimals wherever you post any entry. Let's go and check that /n FBL3N, any one GL account. So let me go with LG01. This is one of the company code which I have picked for today to test. You see here the currency decimals, which has a 0.00 clearly. Always system reads 2 decimals. With that intent, there is a difference. System won't accept it. Let's try to test this. What happens whenever you post this entry as an open item and you try to clear this item, what will happen? Let's look into that error. What happens? You will expect an error. What error you expect? This is an error you will expect. Do I have the error message here somewhere? This is the same error which you will expect. Exchange rate differences are incomplete for account number so and so. Is this clear now at least? What is the error that I'm expecting? Whenever you are trying to post this scenario, you already have a liability of so much from different date with a different exchange rate, and you are clearing the same liability with a different exchange rate, which means whenever there is a change in an exchange rate, you will encounter this error. Is this clear? Why I get error at least? We know the reason now why it is happening. We may not know the solution, but do we know the problem at least? If you don't understand the problem, you can't even find a solution anywhere. You can't ask anybody, you can't explain them clearly what is the problem that you are facing. You should be able to explain to anyone, this is what my problem is. Or if you want to do a research through online, you should know exact problem. Either you take a help of AI or a Google or whatever. Without knowing exact problem, you will not be able to find a right solution. Okay. So whenever you try to clear your account or liabilities like this, you are going to encounter this error. For us to test this, we need to understand the pre-requirement first. Let us understand that there is a rent account which is already there. So let me list that here. So GL accounts, what are the accounts that I need? Rent account. What is the other account I have? Rent outstanding. Let me put rent outstanding. And what is the other account I have? Cash and bank. Or let me take only cash account. So there are 3 accounts. Anything else other than 3 accounts we see in this journal entry? That's it, right? So as part of GL accounts, we should have these 3 accounts created in a system. And we also should make sure this exchange rates, we are clear. Just now we checked these are the exchange rates. As per that, we are creating this scenario. Now let's say that rent account we understand that there is a P&L account. Under P&L account, what are the settings that I need you to do for this GL account? Let's understand while creating this GL account, which I have already created those accounts. So these are the accounts that I created for you to explain. So I created rent outstanding account and also rent account. Rent account I created under where you see this GL account type. Wherever you see this X in your SAP, which means X is a balance sheet, P or C, and one more letter is there. What is that another letter? If you go to your account creation, you will find three account types here. You see C, P, and S, and also N. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are there, and X is the fifth one. So there are 5 different categories. X and C will become your balance sheet accounts, and these 3 will become your P&L accounts, N, P, and S. Okay. So when you look into this here, so P is a rent account which I created under profit and loss account, and salary account also I created. Similarly, I have a salary outstanding. You can create multiple combinations or one combination is also sufficient. For now, whenever you are practicing, create rent outstanding, rent account. And what else we need? We need a cash account. I have a cash account also here, which is under cash, which is a balance sheet account. And I have created 2 more accounts, which is foreign exchange gain account, foreign exchange loss account, where I created gain and loss. What is generally you called the gain and loss? Is it a balance sheet items or your profit and loss items? Your foreign exchange gain and loss. Just a gain is a little profit for you, maybe not a operating income, but still a profit. If it is a loss, which is an expense for you, expenses is a part of your profit and loss account. So that's the reason I created under forex loss and gain, both under your profit and loss account. Okay, let's quickly show you these accounts what I created here. So this is the company code that we have it. So you see here rent account. So rent account I created, you see these are the things I maintained. So I have selected under primary cost and description. Under control data I just maintained nothing, is as usual. So only difference you will find the cost element category. This is also very general, nothing specific to this account. So one is a primary cost. And create bank account, here also we don't have anything particularly. This is also very generic thing. We have it field status group. In this server somebody has maintained with a different names, otherwise it's supposed to be G001. So I think anybody, if you see in your servers also, if you are using the same server, you might find this YB01, but don't get confused with the YB01. There's somebody had changed in this particular server all these account groups, I mean field status groups, all these they change it to YB instead of G. So I don't know why they made it, but that's how somebody has made corrections here. So but don't worry about it, you read this general. G001 is a general, so that will have the similarly the same thing whatever we need. Okay, all right. So that's all for your expenses account here. And expense forex loss account, similarly check here. So particularly your forex loss and gain accounts both. So where do I have my gain account created? Here. So both these accounts, if you look into these 2 accounts, right, will have post automatically only enabled. You need to enable post automatically for this account, which is going to create under which category? Again under same category, which is your P&L account, under different wherever you have your account groups. Control data, nothing new. It will also have the same parameters generally whatever we create. And create and bank, only special category here is post automatically only. Why I am enabling post automatically only? Forex loss and gain, nobody should make any manual entries in your production system. Whenever it is performing certain valuation, something like this, then system will understand there are some differences. Those differences should get automatically posted to the difference account, which is called your forex gain and loss. Now we have 2 more accounts, FX loss account and FX gain account. These are the total 5 accounts I need for us to perform this scenario. make sure you create these 5 accounts first, and then try to post one entry here and try to post another entry here. This from second entry, whenever we are posting, system supposed to pick this entry from cash to FX loss or FX gain, depending on whether it's a loss or gain. In this case, can anybody tell me whether it is going to be a loss or gain? The 14 cents here. Our liability is $11.9. We're supposed to pay 11.9, but I'm paying 11.7. Is it a profit or a loss for me? Any confusion? Are you able to understand this? My liability is 11.9, but I'm paying 11.76. Is it a profit or loss?
Profit. Profit,
It's
sir.
a profit, right? It's a very straightforward, no confusion in this. You're supposed to pay more, but you are paying less, right? Whenever you are paying less, you are making the difference as a profit. What if it is the other way around? That's a loss. You're supposed to pay 11.76, but you are paying 11.9, which means you are paying more than what you're supposed to pay, right? That in that case, it will become loss. Okay, don't get confused. Now we'll see that practically in the system. So let me post entry now. Now the account creation, is it clear? Any confusion in this? GL account, I assume you guys been creating it and it's very straightforward and simple. That's the reason I'm not spending again time to create these accounts. That's the reason I already created and explained you what are the parameters that I maintained. Okay, we'll straight away jump into a system and show you the journal entry, whatever I have it here, so that you will be able to understand. I'll show you the same thing here. So enter f-02 /n f-02. What is this? Enter GL account posting. Under document type SA is what I'm using it. Let's say we are expecting a posting date supposed to be on 1st of December. Okay, so let me put document date can be anything, particularly posting date supposed to be 1st of December. If you want to make document date today or yesterday date or last month or next month, anything is fine. System will not stop you. It is not going to calculate your any foreign exchange valuations based on document date. It purely goes on a posting date because the valuation date, translation date will be picked from posting date. Okay, it's a standard functionality. In case you wanted to make a change, we can do that. That's a customization where we do it. That's the reason I was saying understand standard functionality first, then if you want to make any customization, then you can do on top of that. Now we understand that posting date is the base for me to translate any foreign exchange differences. Let's say that I'm posting INR rupees of 1,000 rupees. Let's say document date, I'll pick any one random date, so that will not have any impact. That's the reason I'm putting it. Okay, and let's say document header text, rent outstanding for November 2024. Okay, November 24. And what is the posting key for a debit? Is it 40 or something else?
40.
40. And which account I am supposed to debit? The rent account here. So let me go here and search for rent account. Where is my rent account? This is what my rent account. So let me select this. My rent account debited. So let me press enter. So let me enter 1,000 rupees and credit. So let me enter here again rent outstanding November 24. Okay. So now debit we have done. Now I'm going to enter a credit line item. So what is my credit posting key for a second line, which is a rent outstanding account?
50.
50. For a GL account, always, whenever you use a GL account, which is a document type SA, debit and credit 40 and 50. Remember this. Okay. That's a very simple thing. We need to remember this kind of things. And the account, let me search for the account. So rent outstanding account credit. Where is my rent outstanding? This is my rent outstanding. So 450000 is your rent account. 230000100 is your rent outstanding account. Okay, let me press enter. You might find an error here. Let's see that if you find any error on this screen. Can anybody tell me what kind of error I'm going to expect here? If there is any, there might be cost center, profit center related. That's a part of your document splitting. Your foreign exchange gain and loss is also slightly part of your document splitting. Okay, let's see that it clearly stating an error here. It is not allowing. Maybe you're not able to see because the screen was minimized. Okay, now you see account number 45000100 the debit account of rent requires account assignment relevant to cost accounting. This is an expense account. Whenever we are creating any GL accounts under profit and loss account, particularly primary and secondary cost account. So that is what we have seen. Let me show you that one more time. So let me put this aside. Okay. Go to this is the account. Is this the account that we are referring to, rent account? So what is my GL account type? Primary cost or revenue? For this account, if you go to control data, there is something called cost element. We have enabled it here. Cost element 1. What is this? Primary cost. This is the message you see here. Primary cost or cost reducing revenue. So this is part of your earlier in ECC cost center accounting. Now it has been moved in financial accounting. Whenever you are creating your GL accounts, you will be able to create automatically this GL account itself as cost element also. How you will qualify or signify that as a cost element? By attaching a cost center to this GL account. What is the cost center that we are going to use? You can use any one cost center for this situation, but in your business scenario, your business will decide which account they need to use for this. Okay, for all the rent, it will go to particular cost center. For all transport related, it will go to separate cost center. All HR related, it will go to HR cost center, something like that. Okay. Now, so you should clearly understand why it is asking only for this kind of accounts. For which accounts it will ask? Whenever you have your profit and loss accounts here created under either primary or a secondary. If you create as a non-operating or a cash or a balance sheet, it is not mandatory. Okay, so now let us go back here. Now cost center, let me select one of the cost center. This is one of the cost center. I hope you guys know how to create cost center and how to enter that as well. So I'm not showing everything and I'm simply selecting the existing cost center from here. Let me press enter. Now it moves here. Should I enter amount here one more time? I entered already there in a debit line. The credit line, amount and text I need to enter. What is the shortcut key if I want to enter?
Star and plus.
Star and plus. Press enter, it automatically observes. Let me go to simulation and see that what I was saying, whenever you have journal entry trying to post, you will not expect any error here because it's a straight away entry that you are posting to outstanding account. So let me simulate first. So do you see any error here? Nothing, right? Your debit and credit is matching. So your debit is 100 rupees and your credit is, so we entered as 100, we supposed to enter 1000 rupees. So let me correct this so that we will not have confusion in the calculation that we are doing it. Oh, that got cancelled. Okay, let me enter one more time the same thing. 1000 and let me enter 50 here and it is a 23100. Let me enter cost center here straight away and press enter, star and plus. You have not yet entered any text. Okay, let me enter the text here. It says you don't have any text in a previous line item, so I can't take anything here. Okay, now it has copied. So let me simulate. Now 1000 debit, 1000 credit. Is there any difference between debit and credit? So you don't see anything, right? So this is what we are posting in INR. So let me check this in other currency. This is document currency. What is my document currency that I entered here? INR. So it is displaying in INR. The document currency is INR. What is my local currency for this company code? That is also INR. What I have said for this company code. What should be the global currency? Let us check that. My group currency is 11.76. What is my group currency? It is fetching here. It is not clear. So let me change the layout. Let me add group currency here. Where do I have local currency 2? Let me search for that. Local currency amount. So we already have this, let me add this. Okay, local currency amount, the symbol it is not showing up, but this is in dollars, 11.76. But let's compare that what we have for $1,000 on. This is posting on 2nd of December, but what we are expecting on a 1st of December. I think again I need to change the posting date. Only then we'll be able to. Let me go back. Okay, let me again enter on 1st of December. Okay, this is the mistake that I did. Let me correct that again. And 1,000 rupees. Let me enter cost center straight away, and the text would be rent outstanding. Enter 50 and my account. This is the account which I'm on to credit star and enter plus. Okay, let me simulate now. Now you see 1st of December and 1,000 rupees, which is in INR. We know that currency is INR. Let me change this currency to group currency and see what is the amount it simulates. It says 11.9. Is this the same thing we have it here? 11.9 or anything different that you see? Exactly the same. This is what we are expecting whenever I'm posting my liability. I'm expecting this $11.9. Is it exactly the same? The rent account debit, the debit, is it a debit or a credit here? It's a debit, right? So your credit will become minus 11.9. So whenever you take total of these two, it will become 0. Let me take the total, it's 0. And if you take a total here again, it will also become 11.76 minus the total here also becomes 0. But whenever you look into your reconciliation, your rent account here and rent outstanding here and here, it will have a difference. Whenever you take this reconciliation, you will find the difference. Okay, there is a 14 cents difference. That's what we are going to see now. So far the entry whatever we are posting, is this clear what I'm trying to post here? I'm trying to post on a 1st of December with 84 rupees per dollar in as my rent outstanding account. Okay, I'm debiting rent and outstanding account as credit. Okay, let us post this. I'm not expecting any error. It's supposed to post. Okay, it has posted a document number 2 ending with 2. Okay, let us clear the same document by using f-04. Whenever you are clearing, post with clearing, so you will find an error. That is what we are expecting here. What is the error that we'll expect? Exactly the same error you will see, but account may be different. In our case, it says a 2410050, but in this case, which account am I expecting an error? Any guesses? Which account we want to clear? What is my liability account here? Rent outstanding. Rent outstanding is my liability account. Whenever I'm trying to clear my outstanding account, generally for us to make this as a clearing, to clear these items, right, we need to make sure this account has been enabled with open item management. That is what we have done here. If you go and check here in FS00, rent outstanding, where is my other current liability? Rent outstanding. If you go to create bank, one second, let me maximize this. Sorry, let me come back here. We are still in rent account. Okay, now do you see rent outstanding we enabled as open item management? This is the particular sign which will help you to see this account as an open item management. Let me show you that entry whatever we posted as an open item. So one second. So just now we posted an entry, and let me go and display the document. Now you see a rent account and rent outstanding account. This is the general entry got posted. Let me go to a document entry view. Sorry, general ledger directly a GL balance view. This is what I wanted to show you. /o FBL3N. Whenever you go to FBL3N, this is the account outstanding account 23000100 is outstanding account 23000100. And let me select open items. You have open items, cleared items, and all items. This item has been posted as an open item because this is an outstanding item as a liability. I yet to clear against November month. Okay, that's the reason it says open item. Whenever you see this bulb, This is called your open item. Let us check other accounts. Let me remove this account and execute. You see this account as a tick mark. This account is a cash and cash equivalent. This is equity shares. This is also tick mark. When I scroll down, you see rent outstanding is a red bulb. Why there is a tick mark, green tick mark? Why there is a bulb? Why my salary outstanding is also bulb? And rent account, it says a green tick mark. This is where I posted 1,000 rupees rent account debit and credit to rent outstanding. But why my rent account is not showing as a bulb? Why outstanding accounts are showing as a bulb? See, any other accounts has a bulb. There's no red bulb for other accounts, right? So far it says only this much. What is the difference between green tick mark and this one? These are non-open item management accounts. The account whatever we have it, that is what I was showing here. So let me show you here again. Here, okay, you see this open item management. Wherever you have enabled this open item management, only those accounts will have this red bulb if they are not yet clear. If that transaction get clear, it will have a green bulb here. Now you make out the fine difference between what is green tick mark, what is red symbol, and this. To understand that better, click on this and go to F4. Press F4 or press F1, which will give you the complete help, which will tell you what is red bulb, what is green bulb, what is this. And tick mark is not coming for now, but these are the three things you can see. Okay, open items, cleared items, and parked items. There are other items you will see with triangle, yellow triangle. Those are parked items. Okay, feel free to explore this and we can discuss in detail wherever you confused with it. Okay. Now this accounts clearly indicates these are open items. We need to clear this item. Until you clear, it will show in a red bulb. This is where your business will manage and see how much I have outstanding liabilities that I yet to pay, how much I have outstanding incoming amount that I yet to receive from my customers. By managing these accounts as an open item management, you will manage this. While creating a GL account, you need to decide which account you need to manage it as an open item management. If you forget to enable this tick mark, and after some time by posting certain entries, if you try to make any changes here, system will throw an error message which will not allow you. Let us test that also. Maybe slightly we are deviating, but that's still okay. Let me select this rent outstanding and edit this account. Let me remove this open item management. Let me remove and try to save. It will not allow you to save it. Let's see what error message you get it. This is expected error message. If it won't give you, there is a system functionality defect. So let me save, and it will tell you you cannot change the open item management setting. See long text, click on this, which will tell you you cannot activate or deactivate open item management with this transaction. You want to retroactively activate open item management for an account, but the account has an account balance. This is not equal to 0, which means there are already transactions posted to this account. In this stage, you are not supposed to make this kind of corrections. That is what it means. Okay. So now, let me put that tick mark back and try to change for other account. Let me go to purchases account. This purchase account, so far there are no journal entries posted. Now let me change this as an open item management. You don't get any error message for this because you don't have any transactions so far. Let me save. It is also saying the same thing. Open item management only allowed for a balance sheet account. For some reason, this purchases has been maintained under P&L account. P&L account. P&L accounts are not subject to open item management. Okay, any balance sheet account you pick it. So let me take share capital. It's already posted. PPNE, yes. So let me see that this account is a balance sheet account. It's a balance sheet account. Let me enable open item management now and see if it gives an error. It's not giving an error. Data got saved. Profit in the PPE is balance sheet account. So we enabled open item management. It allowed because there are no transactions posted yet. So let me change that because this is not required at this stage. So now hope you got this a difference when to enable, when not to enable. This is one of the critical ticket which you can explain whenever you wanted to explain what is the critical ticket that you handled. Whenever you forgot to enable this at the beginning and you wanted to do it later, can I do it or not? Yes, you can do it. Only thing you need to make sure there are no open items in the account. there are something like this, there are no open items should be existing. First you need to clear these items, only then you will be able to make that as an open item. For that we need to run a program. So what is the program you need to run? Whenever you go to that same error message, that will tell you what is the program that you need to run. So I'll show you that one more time. So now here let me edit, remove this and save. Whenever I save, you go to long text, it will tell you what you need to do. You need to activate this transaction code. You need to run this transaction code or a program, FINS underscore switch to open item. And then you need to run FINS activate OIM, which is open item management. Only then system will clear all that differences and will make a fresh everything for you to use this account. Otherwise, you will not be able to use it. Okay, this will practically see it later. For now, let's don't get deviate. That will be another topic for us. Understand, whenever you create any GL account, where I wanted to maintain open item management, where I'm not supposed to maintain, it should be very much clear. It's not that left and right you create accounts, whatever the tick marks you see it. That's the main purpose. I didn't tell you everything at the beginning. So as and when we come to particular scenario, I'll help you to understand one option at a time. That way it will be very much easy for you. For now, I'm not making any changes in the GL accounts. Let us simply go back, and we were at open item and we are trying to post now a clearing. This is where F-04 we are in. Document date, let me enter any date again, and posting date, particularly today's date. Earlier we posted with which date? Here we have only document date. Let me bring my layout. So let me use this one. You see this, where is this account? Let me go down. You see the posting date, which is a 1st December for 1,000 rupees in rent outstanding account. Now I'm posting on a 2nd. This was on a 1st, this is on 2nd. Is there any difference between 1st and 2nd? The exchange rate that we have already seen, right? EWCT, INR to USD. Sorry. INR to USD on a 2nd dated. Exchange rate M. When I press enter, it says 85 on 2nd dated. On a 1st, it says 84. There is a 1 rupee difference between both of them. This is what we are working now. So let's say 2nd December I'm entering. There is a 1 rupee per dollar difference, which is translating to 14 cents for 1,000 rupees. Okay. So select any one of them. Nothing is relevant. Let's say that this is the journal entry that we have it. By looking into this journal entry, can you guys help me? Which account should I credit or debit now? So look into this clearing entry. This is the clearing entry that we are posting. Tell me now, what are the accounts that I supposed to use here? There is again posting key, debit or a credit that I need to enter. So which account should I debit? Which account should I credit? Journal entry is here.
Rent outstanding should be debit.
Debit, okay.
And cash or bank
Cash
should
or
be
bank
credit.
to be credited, right? Cash or bank to be credited. Here, as we are doing a clearing entry, you no need to define the posting key for outstanding account. Straight away, what you can do, you can say cash or a bank. Is it a debit or a credit? Cash or a bank? It's a credit. What is my credit? The SA document type. Document type is SA. What is the posting key for a credit under SA? It's a 50. So what is my cash account? Let me select my cash account. Cash and cash equivalent. So 124 all zeros. Let me press enter. And clearing text, you can enter clearing outstanding rent November 24. Okay. If you want to enter the same thing. Okay. Sorry, what happened? Clearing outstanding rent November 24. Okay. Enter in both places and press enter. How much I supposed to make a payment in INR? 1,000 rupees. I'm entering in INR only. I'm not entering in dollars. I supposed to pay 1,000. I'm paying 1,000 rupees. And cost center. Let me select that cost center. And debit, I no need to enter anything. So as we are working on a clearing method, you'll have an option here. Choose open item or a process open item. So feel free to explore both. What options you get it. So there is nothing tricky or a confusion in this. It's a straightforward. You just click on choose open items. Whenever you say choose open items, it again asks you the further criteria. So credit line we entered, debit line what you want to clear. The debit account, which account I need to clear? Rent account, rent outstanding account I need to clear. That account number you need to select here. Whatever the account you wanted to clear. In this case, it's a rent outstanding. In other scenarios, it might be different outstanding account. It can be accounts payable or it can be accounts receivable or whatever it may be. Now let's select rent outstanding. Is this my account? And what is my account type? What are account types here? Whatever the entry that I posted earlier was a part of my GL accounts. You remember this is a GL accounts that we posted F-02. That was not asset, not a customer, not vendor, or not material. I posted GL accounts. So that's the reason I'm selecting account type as yes. Okay, accordingly you select it. Make sure you understand these account types. Okay. Then house bank not required, special GL indicator also not required, normal open item, make sure you tick it. That's it. This side, if you don't want to enter this criteria, straight away you can enter additional selection also. If you know the document number, let's say that this is the document number that I wanted to clear against to this directly, you can copy this document number particularly and go here. 1 second. And you can go with a document number. Or if you know amount particularly this 1000 and you don't remember document number, still that is okay. You can go with the amount and process open items and enter that amount. Whatever the criteria that you know, any one criteria you can choose. In this case, it's an optional. So I'm already entering the account. From this account I wanted to clear. Today there might be only one entry in our scenario, but tomorrow there might be 1000 entries in this particular outstanding account. Whenever you see 1000 entries, you need to make sure you select the right amount or the right transaction by referring to a reference number, invoice number, or any document date, amount, or a document number, or any other identification, assignment, whatever you see, billing document, whatever. Okay, appropriately you need to select the right amount. Okay, now as we have only one instance, I'll go with this account and say process open items. The moment I go, it says 1000 rupees here. So let me maximize this. Now you see amount entered 1000. This is what we entered and assigned 1000. From this account, the clearing account, whatever we have chosen, system has automatically picked this 1000. That is the only item open. If there are more than one item open, it will also show all those items here. You need to select whatever is applicable. Okay, for now go with this and say simulate debit and credit. We'll check whether it is matching or not. We have not yet given a debit, only we entered 50 posting key and a cash account. Debit we have not yet defined. From this selection, system supposed to define a debit entry also. Let us check that. Go to document and simulate. You should be able to see that. Now there looks like some error, so let me maximize this. Do you see this error message? Exchange rate difference incomplete. So let me press on this. Now look into this error message that I showed earlier. Is it exactly the same or a different error message that you see? Let me put side by side. Now you guys tell me, is it exactly the same that you see? Exchange rate different, accounts are incomplete for account number may be different. So because in this scenario that was different, this scenario is different. Okay, only account number change, but rest everything is same. Here the currency also changing, but still there's the same thing. Here they were posting with a USD, here we are posting with INR. Clear? This is the error I'm expecting. So how to fix this? This is the scenario that we have it. Your user raised a ticket with this error message. When they are getting this error, while they are clearing, they are posting with clearing. Is this scenario clear now? Or any confusion so far? We have not yet resolved this. So I just wanted to make sure you understand the problem. Is it clear or anybody has any confusion to understand the problem? You understand this problem, right? Your user is saying this is the problem. While I'm trying to post with a clearing, I'm getting this error. What should I do? Okay, as a consultant, what we need to understand, why we get this error? Because we are posting on a second dated. What is the document that I'm trying to clear is a first dated document. First dated document has a different amount. Second dated document has a different amount. How it is different? It is the same 1000 rupees that I'm entering, right? Let us go and check now. with exchange rate, we have already seen that has 11.90, 11.76. There is a 14 cents difference. That is what it is. Let's go to document currency and check that. Incorrect automatic postings are cancelled. Okay. Let me go to group currency and continue. Now you see 11.76 here. Is it the same thing that we are trying to clear, or is it a different amount? I supposed to clear 11.9, but what system is creating here? What it is translating to 11.76? Why system is translating to 11.76 here instead of 11.9 based on FX rate for this date? Is this clear now? Now let's fix this. How to fix this? Now there is where we are maintaining all our FX rates. OB08, right? So go to OB09. OB08 is to maintain FX rates. OB09 to maintain your configuration. Go to OB09, enter your chart of accounts, press enter, and you see this. Let me go to new entries. The moment you land here, the new entries, this is what you see it. This is how you have it. What is the GL account that you are getting error? Let me go back. Do I have that account number, or did I close that? I think we closed it, but this is the account number. Rent outstanding is what we are getting error. Let me copy this rent outstanding, same account wherever we get error. Okay. Enter that GL account here. To this account, whenever I am trying to clear this account, there is difference coming up. The difference, we call it as what? Unrealized gain or loss. Okay. Now let me call that as here. Unrealized. Whenever you are entering, initially that was unrealized. Whenever you are posting this, during the posting time, we call this as a realized. Whenever I'm trying to post, we call it as a realized. Now there is exchange rate difference for a realized here. There is no unrealized here. There is only unrealized. Unrealized is whenever you are posting an accruals. At the accrual stage, we are not worried much, but actually we are making a payment. Whenever I want to make a payment, I should worry about it. What should I do with the difference? That's where you are making the difference here. So whenever you see that exchange rate difference while you are clearing, that is where you are realizing actually loss or a profit. You need to say system that whenever there is a loss, post to this loss account. Whenever there is a profit or a gain, post to this account. What is my FX loss account? Let me go back. Where do I have my FS00? Let me open one more FS00 screen. Okay, let me keep this side by side so that it will be easy for you. Now, where is my FX loss and gain? Current liabilities. Once again, LG01. It is working slow. So what we need to do, we simply need to update the loss and gain accounts here. You see the same loss and gain. Okay. Rent outstanding. One second. Why it is taking so long to open? Okay, we have created these two under our expenses, your realized gain and loss. Okay, let me go here. It is still working, so allow a bit. We just need to update those two accounts, then we are good. Is it still there, connection, or got lost? Okay, I think it looks like working very slow, the remote server. Let it respond, give a second. Let me re-log in, otherwise it looks like very slow. Okay, is it open now? Okay. So this is the Forex Gain account here. You see this Forex Gain account. So let me minimize this. Okay, this is the gain account. So what is the gain account? Whenever there is a gain, I want to post to this account. That's what I'm instructing system. So whenever there is a loss, let me go to expenses. There is a Forex loss account here. These are the accounts. Is this clear? These are the accounts I wanted to enter these three. That's it. I'm not going to enter any currency. If you specify any currency, system will act only for that particular currency. Let's say if you put INR, whenever there is any difference with the INR, that is the error message that we have seen, it will work for only that currency. In future, if there is any other currency than INR, if you find that error, still that won't work. Again, you need to maintain one more entry, or you need to delete this INR here and maintain this as a blank. As it is not a mandatory field, just leave this as a blank, which will consider all the currencies. Blank consider all the currencies. Okay, this is the only configuration you need to do. Configuration is very simple. Understanding the logic is a trick here. Okay, let me press enter and save. Do you see any TR getting generated whenever you do this? Right? So this is where you call this as a change request. Whenever it gets generate TR number, you need to consider this as a change request. Whenever your user raise this ticket, you need to convert this as a change request and you will work accordingly. Whatever the procedure that you need to follow for a change request, you will follow that. Is this clear? The request raised by your user has now termed as a change request because it is generating a TR. It is not straight away you are changing in a production system. You need to do this in a development system and test it and do the one more testing UAT in your quality system, then move this to production by following your TR moment method. Okay, let me continue. I have saved it. Let me go back to the transaction again. This time it will allow me to post with clearing /n f-04 this time. So let us post this once again on posting date. Let me this time change to different date, maybe just to differentiate. I'm just giving it. So document type still remains SA and currency I'm not going to change. Incoming payment or outgoing, anything is okay. So here text you can update for a reference purpose and credit your cash account. What is my cash account? 124 account and amount is 1000 rupees and my text again. Okay, I don't have that here. Clearing. Okay, clearing rent outstanding. Okay, let me enter cost center. So here I'm entering amount. This is my credit amount. System will automatically select a credit line and it will generate a debit line here. Okay, let me enter this account. So what is our account? Rent outstanding account. Let me select that here. Rent outstanding and account type yes and normal open item. Okay, process open item. Now it has by default selected 1000. This is the amount that we entered in the previous screen. Assigned system has taken this 1000 from the account that we have entered. From that account there is only one item with 1000 rupees as outstanding, so it has picked. Now simulate this. Simulate. Do you see anything different than earlier? Earlier it was only two lines. Do you observe the third line is coming up here for an Forex gain account here? Why it is coming as a gain? Why not loss? Now are you able to make out the exactly what we have done here? Is this clear or any confusion? It is generating a profit of 14 cents. 14 cents you may not see at this moment, but there is a Forex gain account is coming up here. Are you able to relate this now? The example that we took here. Yes,
sir.
Right. So now let's see in INR, this is my local currency. Document currency is 1000 rupees. There is no difference because I have a liability of 1000. I'm paying 1000 rupees. The difference is coming where, though it is showing 0 here, there is a difference in other currency. Let us go and check other currency. Group currency. Continue and see there is a 11.76, 11.90, What is my liability? Rent outstanding is my liability, 11.90. Cash is what I am paying. Always don't read first is a debit, second is a credit. Look into the currency symbol. The minus is a credit, plus is a debit. Okay, debit outstanding account, also posting key also will tell you 40 is my debit and 50 is my credit. 11.9 was my liability earlier. That is what we have seen here. So where is my account balance? Is this clear? Wherever I see this account balance, let me put here. You might see this account 1000 rupees and 11.9 exactly the same. Now 11.76, why it is coming as 11.76? From where it is deriving? From FX rate and 2nd December. Agree? The difference between liability and what I'm making a payment is a 14 cents credit. That is your gain. All incomes, you will credit all incomes and gains, debit all expenses and losses. So you are crediting 50, you are gain. Is this clear? Now let us check if there are any errors. This is the journal entry we are posting. So simulate journal ledger, and you see this, the profit center is automatically assigned for this gain and loss also, and this is a part of your document splitting. And go to expert mode. Do you see any errors here? If there are any errors, it will tell you. And also you can go here and check inheritance via clearing, from where it is coming. It is coming here. It is coming from line item 2. From second line item, it is picking this profit center and everything. Okay. And also understand this portion now. This is a part of your document splitting. Whenever you do the document splitting, this is the document splitting method 12 that we are using. Document splitting, that's the only method we have it. We always go with a 12 document splitting, and these are your document splitting business transaction types that we used while entering your document splitting. If you remember, along with the GL accounts, we had given this transaction types, and it is deriving from where? Deriving document type is SA. For SA, we had given 00000001, and this is a leading ledger. That is where we are posting to GL, leading ledger. By default, system post to leading ledger. Okay, as there are no errors, so it is good to post. So before posting, I'll show you this account. Now you see this account. Your rent outstanding account has only one line item with a red bulb. And now when you clear this, you will find this will become a green bulb. Okay, let me post and come back. You will see the difference. Okay, let us go back here. And now it has become only one line again here. Whenever I say that, automatically created lines will be deleted. So did we enter a debit line here? We entered only credit line, right? Debit line is derived by system automatically. That has been deleted when you come back. So nothing to worry. You press enter and you simulate one more time. It will bring the debit line also here. Okay, now post it. We ensured there are no errors. We are posting it. Let's say that document has been posted with 3 lines. So you go here and check display. What is the journal entry posted? Your rent outstanding account, it is getting debited. Your cash and gain account both are crediting. So in INR there is no difference. Whenever you check in group currency, you will find a difference. Okay, so this is exactly the same thing. You are going to look here. So far this account has only one line item with a total balance of a credit 1000 with 11.9 rent outstanding for this month, and it is in still outstanding. So as soon as you make that clearing entry, you come here to list and refresh. Okay, now you will see the rent outstanding account. Where is my rent outstanding? One second. Okay, rent outstanding account is not here. It has gone out because in a previous screen we had selected only open items. Now we need to select all items or a cleared items. Select a cleared items. Whenever you select a cleared items, you need to provide the date range also. So provide that date range from when it was cleared, second dated, right? Let us select from 1st December 2024 to 2nd December 2024. Okay, cleared items, only one account will check that. You see that with that date criteria, Rent outstanding account, now it has become green bulb, which is clear. 1000 is what we entered. Let me change. So let me change the layout. Now you see the dollar, which is posted 11.9 and 11.9 here. So it is clear now. Rent account and whatever we had outstanding, it has been cleared. So this is how you will clear, and you will see, you will fix those kind of errors whenever you see foreign exchange differences. For that, you need to maintain OB09 configuration. You remember that OB09. For that, you need to understand the logic, what you are doing it. If you want to understand this clearing entry, what has been happened, this is the clearing entry that we posted. Clearing, and select this and say display. It will tell you the full journal entry which has been posted. This is the entry which has posted with 3 lines. You see the transaction type KDF now here. This will understand later. I'll explain you all the transaction types, why it is giving a KDF. For now, just remember there is a transaction type coming up. We'll understand this in detail whenever we go with all those FX and other clearing accounts we configure. Okay, is this clear so far? Whatever we discussed about this particular scenario? Any confusion in this? Whenever you find this kind of error, how to fix it? So first, you need to make sure you maintain OB09 configuration. OB09 and assign gain or loss, or in short, difference. Whenever there is a difference, where you wanted to post those difference accounts, you need to assign under OB09. This is the solution for you. Okay, if you remember this much, then you will be able to solve this kind of problems. Any confusion in this? Is it clear? Okay, let me stop here so that tomorrow what we will do. So I thought we'll be able to wrap this quickly, this scenario, and jump into accounts payable scenario as well. With that interest of time, we'll stop this scenario here and we'll continue tomorrow with accounts payable baseline configuration steps, and also we'll complete the configuration as well in S4HANA, and also show you in ECC how to do that. Okay. All right. So let me know if you guys have any questions.